This show is produced by the Hartman Media Company. For more information and links to all our great podcasts, visit hartmanmedia.com.
Welcome to the AIPIS show for accredited income property investment specialists and those who aspire to be. If you're a real estate, mortgage, or financial professional, this is the place for you. We'll explore innovative investment analysis, sales, marketing, and income-generating strategies for the most historically proven wealth creator, income property. Learn from the experts as they show you how to build a better business and a better life.
It is my pleasure to welcome Yuval Golan to the show. He is the founder of Waltz, a company that makes investing in U.S. real estate easy. It is difficult for foreigners to navigate real estate in any foreign country, and I think the U.S. is pretty open to foreign direct investment, of course. That's one of the great things that helps build the economy. But there are considerations, financing, banking, insurance, etc., and this company can help you do it. Yuval, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. How are you, Jason? And thanks for the wonderful introduction. Happy to be here.
Good. Tell us about your origin story and how you developed this.
So originally from Israel, left about 20 years ago, lived in 9 countries, worked in 20. It was great to be a tourist in all those places, but believe me, to start from scratch in every one of those places and prove that I'm a good guy and get a bank account and start to get a lease or get a mortgage, it was a big pain in the butt. Peak of COVID, I see the largest exporter of everything, which was China, shutting down. And I said, holy crap, we're going to have a real estate crisis globally. And I need to buy real estate before it becomes too expensive. So I targeted a few countries, failed miserably in 6 out of 8. And I said, okay, I'll buy in the greatest financial market of the world, which is New York. Took me 8 months to close after excruciating process. And I said, let's get this going.
Good stuff. So what does Waltz do?
So imagine us growing up trying to buy books, and then we wait for the postman. Post doesn't show up. After 2 months, we get a book. We're leaving the Amazon phase where people are busy and impatient and want to close deals fast, but a lot of regulations stop us. Waltz basically takes the entire, think about it like Amazon fulfillment. Amazon doesn't always own the product. There's vendors, plus the financing, and gets it to your door. And what is it in simple words? A client from Colombia, Israel, Canada comes to our platform. We do their identity verification within seconds. We set them up with a US-based LLC and EIN within seconds, a US FDIC insured account within seconds, a foreign exchange account because they need to do their currency exchange. We're also a direct lender, so we can lend them money to buy their property up to 70%. They will need insurance, and instead of back and forth with third parties, they can get that done as well. And unless they want to, they don't need to touch US soil, and they can close the property remotely. And this saves a lot of time for them and companies like yourself, so you can focus on inventorying clients and closing deals.
So, when we have foreign nationals buy through our network in the US, the 2 biggest challenges are the banking and the financing, the lending, right? All of that other stuff is pretty easy. It's pretty easy for a foreigner to set up a US entity, getting insurance, not too difficult. But the banking, getting that bank account, getting that financing for the property they want to buy, those are the hard parts. How do you do the bank account? Is it one specific bank, or do you have a variety of banks?
So assume that we're the white label bank provided by our partner Region Bank in Tulsa, but we took the entire compliance and legal and requirements of the United States of all the things that we do. Because assume you're a buyer, they always ask you for the passport, always ask you for proof of address, always ask you for proof of income. And instead of asking 15 times different parties and what's the address of the property, we take it once and we go through the entire process immediately and digitally. So then we can open your account 24/7, Christmas Eve, 9 p.m., no matter where you're from. So you don't need to do it and come to the US. And also, because we're a direct lender and we have our guidelines, we can underwrite you directly. Now,
and are
fun
you
fact,
opening that account in the name of their LLC or in their
Correct.
personal names? Okay.
In the name of the LLC for the use of real estate investment. Now,
Great.
Jason, one fun fact that I didn't know about.
Sure.
LLC is super simple, but get an EIN. There's 2 technologies to do it, fax or post, and it only takes 2 months. No EIN, no bank account, no
Yeah.
EIN, no loan. So that
Right,
is
right,
also
exactly. Yeah.
cumbersome.
Yeah. So how have you simplified and made that process more efficient and quick?
So I think we took into account all the regulated requirements and we built this to a streamlined process that a client can buy off the shelf companies and also with the bank account that we set up and pre-qualify them for on the platform. And it's all on the Waltz platform.
Oh, so you're forming the companies in advance and you're selling them as a shelf LLC then basically, right?
Hmm.
Okay,
Correct.
got it. So you get the EIN and then they basically buy the LLC from you essentially, right?
Hmm. Correct.
But how does that EIN transfer? Because they always need to know the person who formed it or at least the control person. So how do you do that?
So a lot of the stuff in the secret sauce, but the ideas was all the combination of legal compliance requirements because assume that I cannot transfer a bank account, right? So you got this the company, we do your KYC, verify you exist and your identity and your passport and your source of funds to avoid anti-money laundering. And then we match a company to a person or members. And then we set up a bank account and apply for the loan. So assume all these legal complexities in once. We know how to control it as part of the
Yeah.
secret sauce with all the various government departments and regulators and get it done.
That really is a great service. I mean, I can see foreigners just eating that up. That's fantastic. So, what kind of terms does your financing have? I know you'll only go to 70% LTV for purchase money, 65% for refi. So it's not like the 80% they can hopefully get, but it is harder for foreign nationals. But what are the rates in terms of that financing? Are they? I mean, they're not Fannie Freddie loans. So where do they go? Just community
So
banks, credit unions?
So usually, as you're familiar, and now let's not offend anyone, these are called non-QM loans. Non-QM is
Sure.
non-qualified mortgage, and non-qualified means non-Freddie Fannie.
Yep.
But believe it or not, very qualified organizations like Apollo, BlackRock, Blackstone, and many other major institutions are usually buying the loans instead of Freddie Fannie. And rates, depending on the day when we broadcast this podcast, are today starting at about 6.5, so very competitive.
That's not bad.
And
And is that a 30-year fixed or what are the
yeah,
terms? Yeah.
30-year fixed. And also, if we also serve American investors, so
Mhm.
to American investors or US-based permanent residents or non-permanent residents, we can do up to 80% LTV.
Oh, fantastic. That's great. Okay, how much does it cost for all of that? That's a lot of service, especially getting that bank account, that LLC, and so forth. How do you charge for it?
So great question. Assume that if you already have an LLC, we'll just accept it as is as long as you have your EIN and docs. But if you want to set up your own, the LLC is a few $100s depending on the states, which includes also a bank account and registered address and docs. Loan is just like any other lender, origination plus closing fees and a certain rate. Insurance will give you a competitive quote. So assume we took the entire value chain of many items and used economies of scale and bring them back to the client to have them close more efficiently and at the end save time and money.
Great, but where do they pay you for that, or is it strictly
Correct.
that you're operating as a referral network
No,
and
they
making
work with
money
us.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly. They work
Okay.
with us on the platform. They don't need to shop anywhere. It's all in-house on the platform. Go on the flow, pay for appraisal, buy your property, open your account, click, 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 click,
Right.
come to the closing, upload documents, go be in the Caribbeans or wherever you are, enjoy work, enjoy life, and don't deal with the paperwork.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Anything else you want people to know about the platform? By the way, do want to give out a link for that. I like this idea so much. We became an affiliate. So you can go to jasonhartman.com/waltz, WALTZ, just like the dance, and check out a special offer from them. And that'll be great. jasonhartman.com/waltz. But anything else you want to share with people, Yuval, that I didn't ask you?
So you've answered everything very comprehensively and great questions as well. Great promoter and great partner for affiliates. So the idea is we want to shorten the transaction period to about under 30 days. So it's time, money, saving, and it's all in one place. And together with amazing partners like Jason, you can come in and get your inventory and then leverage so you can buy more inventory and increase your wealth over time.
Yeah. In 130 days. Now, to some, that will not sound fast. I just wanted to qualify that.
Under Under 30 days.
Okay.
Not 130.
Yeah,
as quickly as 30 days.
Got it. I just wanted you to clear that up because it sounded like 130 days and people were thinking,
people are like,
wow.
I'm not listening to this anymore. This is terrible. No.
Yeah.
30 as quickly as 30 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something even less.
Good stuff. Well, Yuval, thanks for joining us. That link again, jasonhartman.com/Waltz.
Thanks, Jason. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much for listening. Please be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any episodes. Be sure to check out the show's specific website and our general website, hartmanmedia.com, for appropriate disclaimers and terms of service. Remember that guest opinions are their own, and if you require specific legal or tax advice or advice in any other specialized area, please consult an appropriate professional. And we also very much appreciate you reviewing the show. Please go to iTunes or Stitcher Radio or whatever platform you're using and write a review for the show. We would very much appreciate that. And be sure to make it official and subscribe so you do not miss any episodes. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode.